From trendsetters to what the heck was that? The Alien franchise and its sequels have been all over the map. And I'm here to officially rank them from bottom of the barrel worst to best. What's going on, people? Alex Thorn here, and I'm just a rock and roller who in his downtime likes to watch movies while wearing a bandana. And over the last month and a half, I've had a lot of firsts when it comes to watching this very series, Alien, on this channel. I've done my first live watch-alongs with Alien and you guys. I've watched Alien sequels that I've never seen before. And I've gotten to 2,500 subscribers because of Alien fans like you. So let's not waste any more time and get into what could possibly be the bottom of the barrel entry in this franchise. And that award's gonna go to AVP2. You know what, as much as I liked the first AVP, have connections and memories to it, I could not believe how much of a downfall AVP2 was. Now, recently on Twitter, I saw somebody share original stills before this movie got color graded to look as dark as it was. And it looked like it would have been pretty decent. But no matter what, whether you could see the film or not, which you can't, it wouldn't have fixed how stupid the cast of character is and how much things just happen to the point where you really don't root for anybody and you're just there to witness a dark mess. There's so many missed opportunities with this movie. If anything I can give it credit for is I like the scene in the hospital with the Predalien and the woman who's pregnant. That's pretty cool. And then the other scene is there's just this one alien that pops up. I seem to like aliens when there's like rain in front of it. Pops up behind the guy. There's a shot from inside the car. Just the way it's done is perfect. And of course, he pops the head of this cop or whatever it is. I thought that was a great shot. Other than that, there's nothing else I'm going to remember about this movie. And there's absolutely no reason for me to ever watch this again. AVP2 is the worst entry in the Alien franchise. Coming up after AVP2 is going to be Prometheus. You know, Prometheus for me was a huge favorite when it first came out. But this time around, especially after trudging through other ones in this franchise, I was not ready to slow it down. Previous to this, I had just watched AVP and AVP2, and those were both, despite their flaws, very action-packed movies. And then to slow it down, I mean to the point of just exhaustion, like can we have something happen here, was a no-go. Beyond all of that, is the story good for Aliens? Yes. Is it entertaining? No. For me, this is one of the lower marks in this franchise. Coming up at number 7 is Alien 3. I know. Ranking this low, Alien 3, how dare I? This movie is really in just two camps. Either you absolutely think it's underrated and a genius of a film, or you just think it is crap and it just is not great. I think that falls on where you watch it. If you watch it directly after Aliens, this movie falls way short. And guess what? I watched it directly after Aliens. If you watch it as a standalone movie, I think then you might enjoy it. You need some space there. And it commits the ultimate sin of killing off characters that you were so invested in the previous movie within the opening credits. And for that reason, plus the terrible CGI and a cast of characters I don't care about, is why Alien 3 is ranked so low on this franchise list. Coming up next for me is going to be Alien Covenant. Alien Covenant manages to ramp up the action a lot more than Prometheus did. But at the same time, there is a lot of talking And at the same time, there are some weird things that happen in there. I gotta be honest, for me, I didn't care for any other alien in this movie besides the actual xenomorph. Every other alien that showed up because it made it with somebody else and something else, I don't care. I watch alien movies to watch and see xenomorphs. And thankfully, unlike in Prometheus, there is a xenomorph in this. It might be in the last 15 seconds, and it might be a lot of CGI, but at least this xenomorph kicks ass. Plus, David and Walter are actually the main grab for this movie, the main attention, and they're not bad. So for that, I'm gonna put Alien Covenant at number 6 on my ranking list. Coming up at number 5 is gonna be Alien vs. Predator, AVP. As I've mentioned before, I've got a personal tie to this movie. It was my last year of being a kid. It was my last year of high school. It was my last year before I moved into my own apartment at 19 years old. And it was my first year of getting with my girlfriend. And so all of these memories are tied into AVP. I love that this movie gave us that netted alien with the green, all over it. I love that this movie brought back the queen alien properly, mind you, unlike another one in this list. And I love that it gives life to the aliens. This is a lot more backstory on the aliens than it is on Predator. And they're so epic. You finally get to see these fight scenes. There's not enough of them, but there's enough to get this ranked at number 5. And there's so much action happening, and the Predators look really, really cool. And the aliens kick ass. That's why this is going to be ranked at number 5 on this ranking list. Coming up at number 4 is going to be very controversial, but Alien Resurrection. How dare I put Alien Resurrection ahead of Alien 3? Most of you are probably thinking, but I really enjoyed it. After the downfall and just the gothic nature that was... My cats are going nuts chasing each other outside this door. But after the gothic nature that was Alien 3 and just this somber prison atmosphere and a bald Sigourney Weaver, we finally got her back. And not only did we get her back, we got her back with hair. And now she was like part alien and part human and a creation. And she had expressions and sexual tension. And she started to resemble what a sexy woman could be. She finally showed some femininity in this one, and there was sexual tension. And we've got decent shots that are CGI that are cut very quickly, mind you. We don't linger on bad CGI. And we've got aliens swimming in water. Come on. This has to be ranked number 4. We're down to the nitty gritty. And now we got to look at the top 3 alien films. Which, the order of these might make you mad, but it's my list, so let's go forward. Coming in at number 3, the original 1979, Alien. For its time, this movie broke barriers. At the time, everybody was Star Wars happy. Everything that happened in space was cool, and whoa, that's awesome. Look at the lightsabers. Look at the creatures. But Alien brought fear to space again, because now you're in the middle of nowhere and nobody can hear you scream. We got introduced to Sigourney Weaver, a very young Sigourney Weaver, and we see her strength right away in this movie when she tries to make decisions that eventually get overthrown, but she stands strong on protocol for the safety of the team. And this would continue to go on in this franchise. But we fell in love with Sigourney Weaver here. But we also fell in love with the first ever xenomorph. This movie made history. This movie means a lot to a lot of people. I get it, it's 1979, but this franchise goes so much higher than this that for me, Alien is the 3rd best movie on this ranking list. Coming up at the 2nd best alien film in this franchise, the brand new Alien Romulus. Alien Romulus looked good from the very first teaser trailer that dropped. Tons of xenomorphs have been shipped out to theaters. There's been popcorn buckets, VHSs sent out, and so much more. So much of this film reminds me of Batman 89 and Batman Returns in the way they've shown the public. And we got early word from the director that they were going to use practical effects as much as possible. And from somebody who watched the movie early, thank you, AMC, by the way, I can tell you right now, and you guys who have seen the movie now and given me so many views on that video can tell you that practical effects were used galore in this, and thank God they were. You can tell that the xenomorphs and the face huggers were in the room with the actors, and that just amps up the fear. And those screams hit a lot harder when you know they're actually standing in front of something, and that something is right there from what you see on the screen to what they see in person. So Alien Romulus, because of the love that it gives to this franchise in every aspect, including the last 15 minutes, is why it ranks at number 2 on this ranking list. And the best, my favorite Alien movie in this franchise is the 1986 sequel, Aliens. Sigourney Weaver with her iconic line,
"Get away from her, you bitch!"
And we get introduced to the Queen. We got Bishop in this movie. We've got the guy who plays Kyle Reese. Sorry, I don't know his name. We've got the chick with the guns. We've got Mark Patton. We got everything you need in this movie. Let's not forget about Newt, because we grew an affection for her in this movie, and how naturally Sigourney Weaver's character of Ripley took to being a mother to Newt. Everything about 1986's Aliens is on fire, is on point, and the sales of the most recent 4K remaster have shown that this thing cannot stay in stock anywhere. It's just got action, it's got drama, it paints women as badasses without going so over the top that you think it's forced down your throat. No, you can clearly see that Ripley is a badass. You can clearly see that Vasquez is the first one that goes into every dangerous situation they're in. Everybody is a badass in this movie, and everything is on point in Aliens, and that's why it is the number 1 Alien movie in this franchise. People, my subscribers, viewers who haven't subscribed yet, which you totally should, what do you think of my ranking list? How would you jumble this up? Because I know I look at this as a completely different way than you guys, maybe fans of the franchise, people who only watch these movies when they came out to theaters, or maybe you haven't seen them in years. Let me know what you think about my list, and let me know what your list is down below. Guys, if you like this content and want more from me, and even want these videos early, and want to go back in time and have your own membership card like the good old days, you got to join this channel's memberships. There's 2 tiers, Plus and Ultimate, and this is your way of helping and letting me know that I'm doing something good with my life here outside of making rock music. This is my way to unwind, relax, and keep me at bay so I don't go off and do stuff that I don't want to do. And not only that, but honestly, it's fun, and I would love this to be a full-time gig at some point, because let's be honest, who does not like to watch movies and then have their own personal group of people who like the same movies with them? So consider joining this channel's memberships. You not only get the things I mentioned to you before, but you get to request your own reviews, you get exclusive lives, early access to videos, polls that help shape the future of this channel, and more. And if you don't feel like committing to that, you can always leave a super chat, super thanks, or head over to buy me a coffee. That is your one-stop shop to letting me know and leaving me a note of how I have helped you enjoy anything, or what you appreciate about what I'm doing. And in their latest update, I can respond directly back to you with a video letting you know how thankful I am for you fueling this journey with another cup of coffee. Beyond all that, follow me on Letterboxd, where there's movies I've watched that don't go up on this channel. So you'll see my written reviews there, and I can see your written reviews, and you can comment on mine as well, and we can interact on Letterboxd. It's totally cool, and it's free. And you know what you gotta do? Head over to my Spotify. I got a brand new single coming out called She Owned the Night. I've been working on this for a little while. I've been perfecting its 80s awesomeness. And when it comes out, you'll be the first to know. So head over to my Spotify, subscribe, follow, and you know what I gotta do. I gotta rock out so I can watch some movies and review them for you.